Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of BYLATINMEN with your hosts, Kevin and Anthony, and we are back.
And we're going to talk about sex.
We talk about sex every fucking episode, but go ahead.
But no, this episode is all about sex, which means it's going to be me sharing a bunch of personal details and Anthony saying nothing, probably. Yeah. No, I need you to share this time.
I'm going to share.
Are you sure?
Even though I got to make it up.
Okay, what's your favorite position? Yeah. Go. Lightning round.
Missionary.
Ew, I didn't want to know. That was a joke. All right, so this week we are talking about sex and getting older. So when we started the show...
Yikes.
When we started the show,
took shots.
I was in my early 20s, and now I'm in my early 30s.
I don't think anything is pertinent to this episode.
Anthony was in his late 20s when we started the show, and now he's in his mid-30s. And so I think sex does change as you get older. And so I want to talk about that, talk about sort of where we are now, and then also what's awaiting us in the future. So...
Ready.
First question is, how has your relationship with sex changed as you've gotten older from your early 20s to your mid-30s? And is it true that you grow more comfortable and confident the older you get?
This is a crazy question.
Is it?
Yes. How you comparing sex at 29 or 35?
I said early 20s.
Oh.
To now in your mid-30s.
No.
15 years of sex is
it has not. I mean, you get
sex
more...
has not changed
you get
in
more
15
experienced.
Years.
I don't think it's a negative.
I feel like
it's not a negative.
I feel like if your sex life had a punch card, you would still not get the free reward yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bingo. But I don't think anything is negative with sex at 35.
Negative.
Is there anything bad about your sex? Like, did it change?
No, I don't think.
Is that the question?
No, I said, how was your sex? How was your relationship with sex changed?
Okay.
And is it true that you get more comfortable and confident the older you get?
Oh, I don't think it has to do with age with the
Do you be throwing it back? Hold on. The question, Anthony.
We know that's your favorite position, so that's what you do. But what I want to say is, of course you get more comfortable, but I don't think that has to do with age.
The topic of this episode goes against everything I said I was going to do on this season. Go ahead.
And it has nothing to do with me.
Go ahead.
Now, I don't think that age has to do with how comfortable you are with sex, because some people started having sex way later in life. So it's not about age, it's about your experience. Because even if you started having sex at 16, but you were married to one man for 20 years and then you get divorced, you don't really have much experience except for that with that man. So I don't think that is it. But I think that you do become more comfortable as you have more sex. Or you learn what you like, what you don't like, and you're more vocal about that. Because some people just do whatever, have sex and don't think about their pleasure. It doesn't matter if you're a top or a bottom. You care about the other person, not you. And I think when you get older, you start prioritizing yourself and be like, hold on. I already worked and I clocked out. We're not here for work, we're here for pleasure. And we both got to be pleased. And I think a lot of women come to that. When women say they didn't have orgasms for 20 years, bitch, what the fuck was you doing? But it's because the man was just getting off and then going to sleep.
Yeah. I think that my relationship with sex has changed a ton since I was in my early 20s. I think when I was younger and inexperienced, it was definitely that. It was definitely about, and because everyone that I was dating was older, it was about all right, what am I supposed to do? Tell me what you need. Where do I go? Where do I stand? Versus now.
Stand?
It depends, on the person and the day. And
well, depending on how tall they are too. Standing could be bending.
So I think now I've become more comfortable in
directing. Not
directing, but being clear about what it is that I expect or enjoy, and being able to tell someone hey, by the way, can we try this? Or just so you know, I enjoy that. Even that, I think a lot of people, and that I didn't enjoy that, or I don't like when you do that. Being able to stop. Yeah, I think when you're younger, it feels awkward.
Yes.
To tell a partner, because you're in an intimate position, literally.
Naked.
To tell a partner something about themselves, or that you expect something, something about it just feels
But now you realize that if you say it, they just gonna do what you're saying because they don't want to stop.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what I mean either. But like, I'm comfortable having conversations about sex after sex.
But let's talk about during sex.
Okay.
Let's say they're doing something that you do not like. Would you tell them to stop in the moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. That comes with experience.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, you're just going to be limping later and then be like, maybe not this.
There's a viral blog post titled "What No One Tells Queer Men About Aging" from the blog called Gay in the CLE, which stands for Cleveland. So it's like a local blog.
Okay.
And the writer, it's pretty long, and the writer talked about a bunch of different things about getting older as a gay man. But he spoke specifically about the shift, the mentality shift of going from being wanted to actually seeking deeper emotional intimacy in sex.
Yeah.
So do you
think
that
just fucking Omar.
So do you think that gay men will all eventually grow out of
being whores?
I didn't say that.
I did.
But will grow out of the idea of wanting to be wanted.
This is what I'm saying, and then Kevin can say what he gotta say.
Gosh.
Who the fuck is gonna want you after you was out here thotting and bopping for 20 years? Not I. So I don't understand that. That is very much a real thing. Like, people that, even, let's say for OnlyFans content creators, like, you can't be out here crying when you're 50 years old saying nobody wants you, when this is what you chose to do. Like, what are the consequences or what are the positives and negatives to what you're doing. And you accepted it for this reason, so now you got to deal with it when you get older. A lot of people that I see online about this topic specifically, because I have seen it, especially on Threads, it's people that are like, oh, I was having my fun, I didn't want to be tied down, I didn't have no relationships, maybe 1 or 2 relationships until they were 40, and now it's hard to find somebody. Yeah, because when you tell somebody that when you're dating them, they might not take you serious. Who in your age range is going to be like, oh, okay, I want to be your test dummy for relationships. And that doesn't mean that you might not be worth the relationship, but that's what they're going to think. Because I just saw that even with a straight woman, when she told the man that she had never had a serious relationship and she was 35, and he immediately blocked her. So it's like, that's just the reality of it. So if you want to have your fun and your phase and all that stuff, it shouldn't have been 10, 15, 20 years. That's not a phase. That's a whole lifetime. But go ahead, Kevin. Now's your turn.
Jesus fucking Christ. Wow. I think I'm not responding to any of that.
Of course not. That's what I said.
As it pertains to the original question growing out of the idea of wanting to be wanted, which is a very specific thing, because the mentality of wanting to be wanted is not something that is unique to people who are maybe more promiscuous. Like, that's not something that only people who are having sex with whoever feel. That's something that I think a lot of gay men feel internally, even if you only have 2 or 3 like sexual partners for a while, but like your relationship with sex with them was like, oh, it was what we were talking about before, like, am I pleasing you or whatever, or like wanting to, or am I attractive? Like, I want someone to make me feel hot. I want people to chase me. Like, I just want to send people thirst traps. So I think that there is a phase, like an immaturity phase, of people who are like, who desire attention.
Yes.
And that was definitely something that I had to grow out of. Especially post breakup, post like my engagement, like coming out of that relationship, there was a phase, a significant amount of time that I spent where I wanted to be reassured that I was attractive, that people wanted to have sex with me, and so I wanted to feel wanted. Even if it didn't lead to physical sex, my interactions with people were about them like
wanting you,
reminding me and my ego that I am enough, or that I'm attractive, and that they want me. Like, enough, something about that was satisfactory, versus getting older and like moving past that eventually and being like, okay, like I'm ready for something substantive that feels like something, because this doesn't actually feel like anything. It's an ego boost and it lasts 2 seconds and then it goes away.
It's only 30 seconds.
But again, it doesn't. I want to be clear that it doesn't have to be sexual. Like, the idea of wanting to be chased doesn't have to be. People do that. People do that at the club, where they go to the club and they just want to be wanted.
What about people that make OnlyFans and there's no nudes? It's just teasing. the whole time.
Jail. To prison.
But how about people that don't do it on OnlyFans? They do it on a regular, like, social media, and they have followers that just thirst after them because they just post their gym stuff all day. Mm-hmm. I'm going to still answer.
You follow those pages.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not. If you want to check my Instagram,
yes, he does.
I follow.
Anthony follows the whores. Don't let him tell you different.
More than I do.
I don't follow any of them because I don't have a personal page.
No, I bet you follow
Anthony
more people than I do. Anyway, getting to the second part about
you do
wanting what is it? Substantive. Why the fuck? Like, it's been a long week, guys. A substantive relationship, like, that's not only based about sex or looks and attraction. That means you actually like the person. You have conversations. You go on trips with people. Like, you meet their family. A lot of people never even met the person's family that they be dating because that's just not important to them. So I want to go back to that, and my answer is there are people that, you know, are fine with just hookup culture, right? I mean, those dating apps are never going to die. But then there are also people that are hopeless romantics. Either one, you have to grow out of because you're never going to find what you're not going to satisfy what you're looking for until you get out of that. Because
what are you defining as a hopeless romantic?
Somebody that just wants to be in a relationship.
Are you saying someone who jumps from relationship to relationship?
Okay. No, they want to be loved. Like what you were saying was you want attention, right?
Yeah.
A hopeless romantic is somebody that wants to be loved. Like, they always trying to figure out why somebody don't love them, or they want to find somebody that they could give all their love to and make them, like, it's just a chase.
Damn,
like
J-Lo, get off the floor.
Yeah, she's a great example. But also hookup culture is also chasing that attention that you're saying, but that's primarily sex. Or it don't have to be sex. What if just exchanging nudes? People that do that, like, if they had a breakup, they go on any app, and now they're just posting nudes because they want attention, or sending nudes and trading nudes. Or now they're just hooking up with a million people because they want to feel like they're worth it, or that people are attracted to them. When in reality, the thing is, when people are horny, they will really fuck anything for the most part. So
not me.
Great. I'm glad you grew out of that. Now, next topic.
I was never fucking Justin as well. All right, moving on. So, internalized gay ageism kills sexual satisfaction. George Mason University studies find that older gay men, 50 and above, who internalize the "I'm too old to be desirable" feeling, report worse body image and lower sexual pleasure, and they even suffer erectile dysfunction due to that. So it's talking about how,
it's self-induced.
Yeah, how your own ageism and your own feelings, I guess, of like sexual or discontent with your appearance can make you and your sex life suffer.
Of course.
Which is really interesting because the truth is, so much of sex, and again, this is about like getting older, but this is a lesson that you learn as you get older, is like so much of sex is more enjoyable once you let go of the idea of like, what do I look like? How am I performing? Again,
my thing is, you know what you look like, and you're wondering in your head, like, do they see me like that, or do they see me like this? And it's like, bitch, they see you how you saw you in the mirror. Like, I don't understand. I never get that. Like, you trying to suck it in when they hitting it from the back, bitch. Let it go. Enjoy the moment. They don't give a fuck about your belly.
I want to say, Anthony did say something. It's true. Let it go. Because the truth is, you don't enjoy it. First of all, it is scientifically proven that as a gay man, if you are receiving during sex and you are in your head about what you look like, you know, how much you weigh that week, whether or not you hit the gym, and whether or not this person, you know, can notice, and you're like, okay, well, let's turn the lights off, right? And you're feeling insecure, right? Your body is going to react to that, and sex can be not as pleasurable. It can actually hurt because you are straining and you may not even realize it. You can injure yourself. And also, your partner can tell when you are not feeling secure. And now it's not fun for them. And now they're not going to call you back because you were boring and weird and quiet.
See? A hookup.
What do you mean?
He couldn't give you an example in a relationship. It was a hookup.
Well, because in my mind, if the sex...
I'm going to backtrack now. Don't get backtrack now.
In my mind, those sort of insecurities and those thoughts about what I look like and stuff are not happening in a relationship.
Why
I hope
not?
that in a relationship you feel secure enough. I mean, again, this could be something
we're talking about body dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't go away because you're in a relationship. Like, you have people that literally fucking clothes because of that.
I think having sex with your clothes on is hot.
Well, not for that reason, though.
Sure.
That's because you're thinking that, y'all gonna get caught. You gotta do something real quick because you're watching that amateur porn.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, like, just drop it real quick. Let's get somebody coming.
That's what I did on the way here.
But, no, I'm talking about, like, again, not only gay men, women who, like, only fuck with a t-shirt on or only fuck with the lights off. Yeah. That's because of their insecurity of how they look. When the lights are off and it's dark, now they can breathe. Literally.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with more Latin Lovers Hot Topics, whatever this episode is.
And we are back from that quick break, and again, you don't even know how fast that was. Kevin, what is the next topic?
You are ridiculous.
I'm on a roll today, baby.
All right, so Anthony, since I think we had this conversation a couple years ago about your dating age gap and like where it lands. So
what?
Your dating age gap, like where the oldest and youngest that you would date. I don't know what you thought I said, but has it? I mean, you've gotten older, so has your age gap changed as you got, like, does it follow you, or has it been pretty standard?
Well, since you remember, what was the age gap?
I don't remember what the fuck your age gap was.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking your idea of how old or young someone you date. Does that depend on specifically on how old you are at that point?
Yes,
or for you, is it always like 30 is the cutoff?
For me, it's like 10 years. I would say 10 years before and after. Mm-hmm. It's just...
Before and after?
Yeah.
25?
I wouldn't date a 25-year-old. But what I'm saying is...
But you would fuck a 25-year-old.
I would not.
Hey, up top.
No. I would not date a 25-year-old.
For those who aren't watching.
So I can say,
he did not give me a high five.
Yeah, no. So let's say 8 years and 8 years. No, but I don't mind. Like, for me, I don't care about the older.
27.
Honestly. Like, I would never date, like, a 67-year-old. Like, unless they is a sugar daddy and,
27.
Like, 27, yeah.
There are men in their 60s. Still get it.
Oh, yeah. But what I'm saying is...
He's 66.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the photographer that everybody started posting yesterday, the Chinese guy. That's 60 years old.
I did not see.
Oh, let me show you.
No, not now. Show me after.
I can pull it up real quick. It's in my story.
Damn, you bookmarked it, bitch.
No, it's in my story. Because I was like, this is 60? How the fuck is this 60? Like, I literally went to his page after I saw somebody post it. I'm like, this cannot be. So I think more is... The age definitely matters, especially when we're talking about younger for me. He's 60. He just celebrated 60 years old. Look at him.
Child, anyway.
No. All right, so Kevin is
Don't
whatever.
say what you're about to say.
All right, look, 60. Does he look 60?
I see. No, he doesn't look 60.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Like, listen, Jackie Chan at 60 looked crazy. He had shine bags on his eyes. But anyway.
That's what happens when you're homophobic.
Oh, he is?
You age terribly. Yes, he disowned his lesbian daughter.
Wow. Okay.
She was homeless.
The more you know.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think that the age with the younger one matters more than older because of like where you're at in life and where they are in life. Mm-hmm. I think that's the difference. Like once you're after a certain age, like you are already somewhere in your life as far as you already have a career, you're in the career choice that you want to be in, you're already financially set wherever you want to be, or you have, whatever goals you're set. A lot of people in their 20s don't have that yet. Because they're in that phase of figuring shit out and, they're trying X, Y, Z and seeing what works. So that's the problem. But I think the youngest I would date is like that, like 26, 27, 28, if you are like have a degree and you have a good job.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting. Just an aside. Mm-hmm. I don't think that people in their 20s should be seriously dating anyone over the age of 30. And
because you did it.
Because I did it my whole 20s, and because I'm just like...
But you did it at a very young age. Like, very young age, right? 20 years old?
Calm
18?
down.
No, what I'm saying.
I was 19.
But your second relationship wasn't that young.
What do you mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Not the second one, the last one.
Yeah.
So that you wouldn't do that again?
It was an 11-year gap and a 9-year gap.
But I'm talking about who you're dating. I'm talking about the time that you were dating.
No, I don't think. I think it doesn't make sense because of this isn't a rule, right? Like this isn't like a hard fast rule.
I mean, you can make that whatever rule you want. You don't want dating them.
No, I'm not dating them. Oh. I would never date a man in his 20s. I've never
not his 20s.
I've actually literally
but
never.
But you were the guy. I've actually in the 20s.
Exactly. But I've never dated someone in their 20s before. Oh. But I just think, like you said, when you're in your 20s, you're in that phase of like figuring things out. And because I was always dating older men who had, more than me, I was always chasing something that I wish if I can go back in time, I would tell myself in my 20s, like, it's okay to figure it out. Yeah. And I wasn't. I was very hard on myself and very, insecure about things because the men that I was dating were so much older. Because in my 20s, I had two relationships that spanned almost 10 years, and they were with men who, the first one was 11 years, and the second one was 9 years older than me. But my age gap starts above me.
But my question to you is, are you saying you were the problem?
No, it wasn't that I was.
Because that doesn't make sense.
It wasn't that I was the problem. What I just said was a complete aside from the topic that we're talking about right now. It's just in general. I just think that
Kevin saying he wasted his time. Go ahead.
No, I don't think that those relationships were ever going to work out.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, looking back at it.
We're supposed to talk about sex, just sex.
What you want to go into the deep dive?
I like sex.
What I'm saying is, if you at 35, let's say at 35, if you dated someone at 27, 28.
But I wouldn't.
That was you. No. That was you at that time in the relationship.
No.
You wouldn't?
I wasn't. Why? I wasn't 27, 28. I was 23.
When?
When my last partner was 33.
All right, but I'm talking about, who's this?
I just told you who. I was like 24 and he was 33.
And you're 30 now?
I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know how you're confused.
How old were you when we met?
24. I just told you. I was 24. He was 33.
Okay.
So I wouldn't date.
24 is very young.
I wouldn't date a 24-year-old.
No, I would not.
So, anyway, moving on.
Okay.
But
the sex.
The sex.
Bringing it back to the topic, I guess.
The sex, I don't think was good.
First of all, your question wasn't about sex.
No, the question was about dating. Age gap. We're a little all over the place this week.
We spoke about the gap, child. So what is your starting age?
35. To 50.
Okay.
But I'm dating someone now who's 36. So.
But what I'm saying is, everybody can have their own preference, but then what if you wanted to date somebody and they're like, no, I only date people older than me?
A 40-something-year-old who wanted someone older?
No. Let's say somebody that's your same age.
I wouldn't date someone my age.
Or somebody that's 36.
Who wanted to date a 40-something?
No, they will only date their age or older.
I guess that's fair.
It is.
I'd respect that. I'd be like, same,
you would
sis.
Still feel insecure about that. Like, damn.
I mean, if I wanted them enough, I'd probably fuck them and then just be like, bye. All right. So. All right. So gay men over the age of 35 report being suddenly ghosted on dating and hookup apps after they reveal their age. Because a lot of profiles now demand like someone under 30 or someone under 35. And so when they actually have a conversation and they ask them and they tell them their age, people ghost them, block them, delete the conversation. So people who are like 45 and plus have found themselves having to lie about their age on their profiles, which allows them to talk to more people and get more dates, but then eventually they have to come clean. So like if you went on a date,
this hookup thing is too much work.
If you met someone and found out they were like, by the way, I'm actually 10 years older than I told you I was, but I wanted to get your attention.
That's crazy.
You would.
That is insanity.
You would be like, you know what? The age doesn't bother me. The fact that you lied bothered me. So we're done.
That's insane.
I mean, it's a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
It is absolutely.
You putting that much work into getting a hookup?
Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy. There's too many people out there that want to fuck. Like, why do you want to fuck somebody that's not attracted to you because of age? If somebody's attracted to a certain age, that's like a kink or fetish. That's their thing. Why do you want to specifically fuck that person? Find somebody else to fuck.
I mean, they clearly want to engage with them if they're already talking and they saw your pictures, but it was your age that changed things, which I think is kind of crazy.
But if you saw pictures and read, you still clicked message. That's delusion.
So if you
I'm gonna be the exception.
So what would you tell that man who goes on a date with you and they're like, I lied about my age?
Get up and leave. you get up and leave. That's insane.
I'll pay. You go.
Leave. You need to leave.
Oh man.
That is. I would never even think of that. That has never happened to me. Thank God.
To you specifically.
Yeah, like I've never been on a date that happened, but I have been on a date where they height fished.
How tall did they say they were?
5'9" they were, and they said 6'3".
Were they wearing like boots?
I don't give a fuck.
Did they try to make up for it?
Because they were not taller than me. And I'm like, hold on, let me go back to the profile.
Where is he?
Right. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
But yeah.
All right, we are gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with retweet or delete.
Yeah. All right, we are back with retweet or delete.
All right, first one. Gay age is a real thing. A lot of y'all might have been practicing gays since high school, but some people didn't partake until the first time until their 30s or 40s or later. I give grace to DL folks because even if they're older, they might still be gay babies. So this is about your mentality around like being gay and sort of, and I think that that's such a real thing because there have been a lot of conversations before about people who say like gay men in their 30s are just like college students because you know, a lot of, especially black and brown gay men, didn't get to be out when they were younger. So now they're late 20s and early 30s.
I don't mean they wasn't fucking.
Their late 20s and early 30s, like being at the club and like being social and wanting to be a part of the scene is because they missed out when they were younger on like having like an authentic, you know, an authentic life, like like having fun in a way that was real to them. So retweet.
I will retweet that.
Gay age is a real thing.
At some point, the party will be over. You will no longer be one of the desired ones in the room, and the realization will kick in that it's all on you. Being gay and old becomes quite isolating. As unsexy as it is, start putting a little bit more money away. Invest, have a plan for your future. Because you're going to hit 60 plus, your friends will fade. You'll no longer be sexually desired. Your family will get old, and some die out before you. And it will be up to you, and whatever you've set up for yourself in your earlier years that will determine if you struggle or will be comfortable and stress-free.
God damn.
I think that sounds like anybody getting older, not just a gay man. Everybody gets old. Everybody starts drooping and sagging and not getting, I guess they feel not sexually desired or attractive.
I think...
Is that not going to happen?
I think that a lot of gay men struggle with getting older because a lot of gay men struggle, like, am I going to find someone? So am I going to be alone when I'm older? Versus, like, I think straight people just assume that they're going to get married.
But why not focus on
children.
Finding that person younger?
I don't know.
And forever. See, the problem is that these are the same people that also don't believe in being married forever or being with one person for life. But now that age is kicking your ass, all that open relationship and throuple shit go out the window because you don't even have one person.
God damn, Anthony, get off his neck. So you delete this?
Yeah. No. I will retweet it, but I felt like
it was more general.
He had like a life realization that
you didn't read the original. Old. So the original post that he was responding to was a question from someone who asked gay men over 40, what is one piece of advice that you would give gay men in their 20s?
Yeah, we got that from his answer. We got that.
All right. So the next one, the last one, is actually a response to that.
Oh, okay.
So this is from someone who responded and said, it's smart to prepare for the future. None of us stay 25 forever. But framing gay aging as lonely and invisible feels more like fear than fact. You can have gray hair and still have joy, sex, friends, purpose, and a life that's louder than any party.
Go to Palm Springs.
Retweet.
Nothing but old gays. Retweet.
I I'm excited to get older.
I'm not. 60 and up, please. I might be out of here. I don't know. I don't need to live all that time. We lived a lot. Millennials, we've been through a lot.
I've said I don't want to get that old.
But 60
as
and over, like
no.
70 maybe?
Well, I want to... I want to be old enough. I don't want to be like decrepit and like begging to be put out of my misery. But when it comes to like being a gay man and like aging, like I look forward to it. Like I'm nothing about it scares me. I look forward to it
until 45, 50.
And then?
That's it. I'm not looking forward to older than that. That's when everything starts fucking up.
It's gonna happen.
You start, kidneys start failing. You get UTIs, and you end up like Billy Porter with a cut open leg because you have a UTI. Like,
Girl,
I don't know.
What? All right. Anyway, I hope Billy's okay.
He is.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this very weird episode of BYLATINMEN. I hope you learned something, and
we didn't even talk about sex that much. That's great.
We talked about sex a lot. I hope that you have checked your voter registration status. Remember, 2026 is a midterm year, and we need you to vote. So go to vote.gov and check your registration status. And we will be back next week with an all-new episode. Till then, take care. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.